Number of key economic data releases coming this week. Today we get the CPI at 8:30 Eastern. Joining us now on the markets, Jeremy Siegel, Professor Emeritus of Finance at University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business and Chief Economist at Wisdom Tree. Wisdom, you got a lot of wisdom. We both remember the Dow under 1,000, I think.
Right.
Jeremy.
Yeah. Well,
you've always been genetically predisposed to liking the market. You've also been genetically predisposed to not liking tariffs. And I think that's gotten you to where this has been very surprising for you, that we're breaking out to new highs. Is it because of all the tacos, the respites that the tariffs hasn't gone in? Has it been that maybe tariffs done in a certain way can actually be a good thing, or does it mean we're going to see today or at some point in the future that tariffs are hurting the economy? Which is it?
Well, the main thing is that we're not seeing the so-called reciprocal tariffs that we saw early in April. I mean, I think those would have been extremely damaging. I also think that at least the market doesn't think that the 30% tariffs are coming into place. I mean, I think this NVIDIA news today is showing Trump's flexibility here. Quite surprising. And I think that everyone that is coming to the table is basically going to get an extension. And I think that the market has decided it can live with a kind of a 12%, maybe, and then 30% on China. I think that gives a mix of 15% tariffs. And they think they can get around it. They think the positives of the AI revolution and the positives of Trump deregulation, the extension of the tax cuts, offset that. Now, I don't think they could offset the 30% across the board tariff. I think that's quite damaging. And of course, the drama that's going on at the Fed is unprecedented. To see how that is going to play out. But as I said before, necessity is the mother of invention. Firms are going to face higher prices, and they're going to say, "I'm going to have to figure out how to get around it." And AI is one of the answers, and I think that's why AI is still on the march. And that trend is certainly intact. Clearly, the news with NVIDIA, is, as you said, spurring the NASDAQ to new all-time highs.
Right. Anybody at Penn obviously loves Benjamin Franklin. And you just went over about, I don't know, I'll try to add up the goods and the bads that you just said. And I think the goods outweigh the bad, but you've got a list. You got a laundry list of things on both sides of the ledger, which makes it very interesting. So you like certain things about the, what are we calling it? The OBBB, the bill that just, you like the extension of tax cuts. You probably love that expensing deal, the 100% expensing. Would you have liked to see more cuts? It's hard to cut, isn't it? It's almost impossible.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is, I'm not really surprised. I mean, it's pretty much what Trump campaigned on. Listen, look at even Biden, when he had the House, the Senate, and the presidency, didn't reverse Trump's tax cuts. So everyone, said, oh, there's a $3 trillion more 10-year deficit. Well, that's just from not going back to the Obama levels, which is even the Democrats couldn't do that. So in a way, I think, I'm not surprised that the bond market is pretty quiet on this, because it's saying, yeah, this is pretty much what I had expected.
Right. Jeremy, I think you've thought that the Fed should probably cut too, right? So that suddenly you're in the camp. Here you are on Trump's side again, but you probably can't stand the assault on Fed independence and the Powell bashing and everything. So here you're like so conflicted with all this, right?
This is really tough. I agree that the rate should go down. Fed independence is really extremely important. I think there's no economist that doesn't say that. Also, by the way, Powell is only 1 out of 12 votes. So, if you get some, just because you get a chairman or a chairwoman, although that's not seemingly under consideration right now, back saying that we already have a dot plot of what the rest have expected. There's been virtually no dissents. Like there isn't like a group there that says yes, Waller and
I thought we had a couple
others.
Waller and a couple others, yeah.
Yeah, but that's really, out of 12 people, that's not enough. And by the way, if Trump replaces Powell, a lot of them can say, hey, they're not.
So,
they're going to stand up against that and say, hey, but we're just not going to vote for it now.
Just on that point.
All 19, there's 19 people in the Federal Open Market Committee. And he's not going to be removing all those.